Okay, what about now?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Just use your body language is crazy.
Mhm. I gotta mute this fucking
Hello, possum.
music. It's kind of banging though. It's the stage music. It kind of go,
I don't hear anything.
little elevator music, John. You know what I'm saying?
We got our corrosion representative here. Hello, possum.
We won't be meeting.
Hello,
We
Henry.
won't be meeting in game, friend. You guys are all welcome to meet up together in game
Yeah,
if you so choose. Next economic summit, I'll make sure I'm unbanned. Teehee.
perfect.
Y'all can go to Buryakovka and just choose a building to all hang out in and pretend that I'm there. Can do that.
Yes, there is the Gov building.
You would
Or
need
if you
you would need somebody with Buryakovka perms though. I don't know if Yagi has those.
No, Sleepy, we're not meeting up and we're not going to Sloppy Grad, Sleepy. We're not going to Sloppy Grad.
No, you don't need to wear my skin. That's okay. Everybody can just pretend that I'm there.
Okay. I think we have pretty good turnout here. Do you want to get the slides up and going, Vicky?
Yeah.
All right,
15
let's run it.
people. That's so crazy. All right. So, welcome everybody to the BLOC Economic Summit. This is our kind of heat check and our plan. You can start heckling immediately. For where the block nations are at and our plans going forward economically. Right? As I like to say, get your money up, not your funny up. That's what we're trying to do.
Yes.
So let's go forward, y'all. We've got a few topics that we're going to discuss here today. First and foremost is kind of like a broad overview of like where everybody is economically. The only people that so we've got a couple nations that I don't have like legit reports on, or just like, things that I've seen. So, Vladistan, Jonkberg, etc. But we'll deal with that when we get to it. Then I want to unveil the new block economic plan, which we're calling the Building Block Blueprint. Of course, we love Vladistan. We love Vladistan.
Yes.
We're going to talk about reviving the labor bureau here in block and the development of like specific and bespoke economic plans for each nation within block, and then we'll get to our conclusion and Q&A and open discussion. So, first things first, the economic overview. So just a quick little breakdown. Last month, Krasnoi had one of our best exporting months in a very, very long time. We recorded record exports from both our brews and Krasnaya. 3.4 million in exports. And our Marxist-Leninist, our communist GDP rose by 7%. Huh?
Pretty good.
Pretty base communist GDP, if you ask me. Next up, we have the Glacial Union of Zephyr. Hannibal, you want to?
Yeah. So currently we are in cooperation with the ZRK. Our citizens market is currently underway. We have plans to implement a system that is not dissimilar to Krasnoi's. In fact, it's very, very similar. So that's going to be up and running soon. Yeah, that would actually be that would be appreciated, Possum, if you'd like to do that. Once we get to that, but we've gone ahead and started the process of implementing an actual citizens market. We're expected to see a lot of improvements to our economy over the coming weeks. Quotas are going well. I think we've already hit the quota that was established by our first Commissar of Industry. So while we're continuing to pave the way with that, we also have oh yeah, our industry up and running now too, with the cow farm. Uh, kind of the cow farm is kind of a thing that we'll sort of touch upon later in this presentation, since that has to do with sharing farm designs or industry in general with the fellow block countries. But that's kind of where Zephyr's at. Our money's getting up, citizens market, industry, etc. Yeah. If anyone else wants to represent their country and talk about how their economies are going, now would be a good time. I see here that we have, I think Lirnoskova would be up next.
Yeah, if Avalonis would like to speak, we would love to have you up here to talk about the situation in Lerniskova.
Go ahead, floor's yours.
Yeah, thank you. Yes, looking at it, yeah, I'm the new economic minister. Since our last economic minister was lacking in certain ways. Yeah, but through me, I have implemented our first 5-week plan, which has indeed been going quite well. We recently just finished the 3rd week quota, and just in time. And yeah, the goal right now with the 5-week plan has been to pretty much revive and expand our citizens market, as well as stock up our military with the required war gear. And the second 5-week plan is likely gonna focus on building up our supply of tools, weapons, armor, etc. Mostly because we want to lay the foundation of a future international market.
Very well.
Otherwise, I don't really have anything else to. We've been going well. Well, maybe there's one thing. Our bank has also now due to one donation we received. We now have $1 million in our bank. And that's it. No.
Good to hear. Thank you for our
Do I
Lirnoskova
leave?
representative. Yeah, you may. Unless you have any final comments you want to make.
No, not really.
All right, thank you. We're just gonna go ahead and pass it on to Kuroda. So Possum, if you'd like to,
Boom.
I see you're already on
Sorry.
stage. Go for it.
Yeah. So econ in Corona is a little strenuous. I'll start off with that. Right. For a while we operated, and this was especially when we were under Veraxis for a while. We operated under a company called Wharf, which is state owned, and I basically export sets across Stoneworks. Right. We had that running for I want to say about 5 or 6 months. Right, and that was going really good for us. Right. But recently, the set economy has had a bit of a plunge, right? And that's mostly just kind of XP's kind of in a really weird spot, right? As I've noticed, right? We've experimented. We started importing brews from Krasnoi, right? But right now, the issue for I think Kuroda's econ is employees to make sets, right? Kuroda is definitely a smaller community, right, than most nations in the block, right? And I would say we're quite active for the people we have in the nation, right? But that differs when it comes to really production, right, within the nation. Because for a while we would import workers from outside the nation. They would make sets, they would make stuff for us, and then we would export that out to other places, to orders and whatnot, right? Right now the issue is employees is kind of low, activity is kind of low Stoneworks wide, right? Is something we've noticed, and we are trying to get back on track. I have made some new investments. I'm trying to bring in more people within Wharf's system to get stuff set back up. But right now, the issue is employees, right? But besides that, I'd say we're doing quite well. We have a good we have a good nation bow going on. We don't have any really worries about like I don't know losing money or anything like that, right? We're not spending, but we're not really earning, right? And whenever we can get more really employees in the systems, I think we can push sets at a lot more of a faster rate, right? We did experiment with a citizens market, but that didn't go well. Because again, production between citizens is not very high, right? Crota is definitely a smaller community, right? The production we can produce is far less than the amount we could get by really getting people to do a lot of stuff for us.
Very well. Did you have any other comments or concerns you wanted to bring up?
Let me think. Yeah. We have brought up stats prices. We are paying people to make stats if anyone's interested in that. But
Okay.
yeah. And no, besides that, I think that's about it.
All right. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Thank you, Possum.
Thank you, Possum.
Our Croatian representative. You can go ahead and
Bye-bye.
yeah, we'll
Cheerio,
move you
guys.
back to the audience.
I believe we have a Vladistani representative that'd like to speak now.
Yes.
What's up,
Hello,
guys?
Marcy.
Howdy.
Okay,
Alright.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't really know a lot about economy. But I did want to say, so you know that claim east of Shegadar? I can send a screenshot of what it looks like currently.
Yes, please do.
That claim
I'm just gonna
that
pull
used to
up
be
the
owned by
site now.
Kartek.
Mhm.
So it recently popped, and I don't know what was going on in their heads, but Kartek put literally all of their war brew stashes in that claim, and it popped. And we got to it first.
Holy
So
shit.
we're talking like 30
plus
plus barrels full of war brews that we all got.
This is huge.
And we also found, you know, Blake, like the emperor, one of the emperors?
Yeah.
We found his personal stash too, which had mending gear.
Damn.
Oh, y'all are so up right now?
So yeah, we found like hundreds upon hundreds of thousands worth in gear.
This is a huge win.
Yeah.
Colossal dub, boss, man. We love to see it.
Yes.
And fuck Kartek.
Why not? Why not? I don't know why they
Yes.
didn't just put it in Varsavia. Like, that's probably their most secure claim.
Hey, look, you know, no one ever said the fascists were smart.
True.
Our money's up. That's wonderful to hear from Vladistan. Did you have any economic reports you wanted to touch upon, or I guess
Uh,
any general developments, things like that?
right now we're just focused on like spamming, getting claims built, which is going pretty well so far. Mostly in the south,
Nice,
like with
nice.
Alteran and Riakano.
Good, very well.
Hell yeah.
Yep. I think that's it.
Awesome.
Oh yeah,
Alright.
and Zaporozhye.
Oh, nice, nice. All right.
I think that's it.
So you don't have any more comments or concerns? It was good to hear from you. Thank you, Marcy,
Yep.
for repping Vladistan. We're just gonna go ahead and
course.
send you back to the audience. All right, thank you.
Alrighty. Yep.
Really happy you guys are back. You know, it's always good to see Vladistan up. Fuck Kartek. Fuck the capitalists. Fuck the fascists. So yeah,
Yeah, it's good to hear.
yeah. So like we lack reports from the Ottawagrady Republic of Timina. I've heard that their development has not gone so well. We are hoping that with the unveiling of these plans that we can get them right. Same goes for the Democratic Republic of Jonkberg. They're kind of suffering from like activity collapse and you know, I believe like overall governmental issues. So we will see if we can get them straight with the unveilings of these plans. It's really going to depend on their participation. So I'm gonna go ahead and move forward now. So the big plan, I'm calling it the building block blueprint. You know what I'm saying? I like alliteration. So this is the grand plan to get all our money up. Cause I don't like hanging out with brokies. I don't know about y'all.
Real.
So, plan's got 3 simple steps. We're gonna revive the Bloc Labor Bureau. If the constituent nations of Bloc wish to, we're going to develop specific economic plans, and then we also plan on developing Baraya as a pan-Bloc work city, so that places that don't have their econ all the way set up can have somewhere to work. I also want to make clear that this is not like this is no shade to the ASI homies, no shade, Lerniskova. This is not like the ASI where it was like, oh, come over here and work for us, and then we'll pay you. That's not going to be like that. We don't own Baraya. Baraya belongs to everybody within the block. You know what I'm saying? So this is you work, you make your money, you get your shit done. So the big one is going to be a revival of the Block Labor Bureau, right? We're hoping that by having the PAs and the secretaries organize like block-wide build and grind days, that we can foster cooperation between all of the nations. And then we will also be using the Labor Bureau to share infrastructure. So like farm designs, operation instructions, brews, etc. You feel me? That way we can provide everybody with the necessary tools to get their shit together. And we can, you know, have everybody pull up and everybody work either together in one of our nations, help them have, you know, get something good out of it, or we all just get on together and work together in our own nations. For, you know what I'm saying?
The general idea is to just build cooperation and trust between the block members, while also being able to participate in activities that are conducive to our long-term economic success. So pretty much just building up like farms, like the actual industry itself, or like running the farms. And you know, like any nation can go to any nation and just like pretty much just run that. So that's the idea behind the revival of the Labor Bureau.
So as you'll see here, like previously, if you look in the Labor Bureau channels, it's just Avnar, who is the GOAT, by the way, just posting farm designs. It's just Avnar and Blitz yapping. We're going to change that up. Channels are going to be redone. The PAs are going to be given access to it so that everybody can speak in there, and then we can start talking about and organizing like our build days, our grind days, etc. The hope is that by doing so, you know what I'm saying, everybody, one, we get increased economic activity within the block. There is no use in attempting to build socialism if you're broke. It's not going to go nowhere. Got to develop the productive forces. You feel me? Not to get all dungus with it, but you kind of do. You can't be broke. It's just the truth. Next up, we have the development plans. So like, the block is committing to aiding each nation within the block with developing an economic plan for itself. So the first such recipient before we even piloted this program or extended it out to everybody was the Glacial Union of Zephyr. We helped them out we gave them our sheets for the citizens market, sat down, worked on plans, shared brew recipes, this, that, and the third, just to make sure that they can get their industry built out. I don't know, Hannibal, if you want to talk about that.
Yeah, for sure. No, yeah. It's been really, working to our benefit so far. You know, getting these those brew recipes, and especially like the economic sheets, because like, you know, if you're building up a citizens market, right, and then like that's from the ground up, and you know, you don't have you don't really have too good of an idea on like how, like what prices would even be, or you know, like what your supply situation is looking like. um Having someone else there, having Krasnoi there who has already had these systems set up, you know, tried and tested and whatnot, it puts a lot of first of all, confidence that these new economic systems will work, but second of all, that they'll be as efficient as possible as their systems are. So uh, you know, we've kind of just taken a lot of their stuff bar for bar. If I'm gonna be entirely honest, you know, no shame in that. Honestly, like, we're just trying to get our money up at this point. And if the Krasnik citizens market system is something that worked in their country, you know, we in Zephyr didn't see any reason why it wouldn't work in ours either. Um, and now that that sort of opportunity is going to be pretty much extended, hopefully, to all block member states. But you know, we can say without a shadow of a doubt that it has worked in Zephyr. Our industry is up, our money's up, our economy is up. It's only going to continue to be on the rise as we continuously, get further, not aid, like get further, like what's the word? Advice, like advice from Krasnoi as to how to set these systems up. Just logistical stuff. Supply, and then just like buy and sell prices and whatnot. So it has worked a lot for Zephyr, and I think it has the potential to work for every BLOC member state here present. But yeah.
So like we understand that every nation within the block has their own systems. We don't expect y'all to copy Krasnoi bar for bar, word for word. If that's what you want to do, by all means, take the system. It works. It's very set it and forget it once you get shit going. But beyond that, it's working with each and every one of you to develop an economic plan that works for you. What y'all want to specialize, what y'all want to work in, et cetera, et cetera. Because at the end of the day, we don't profess to know better than anybody here. But we do have an economy that works, and we have several people within the nation that are very good at setting up economic plans. So if need be, we'll work with you to dial in specifically on what your strengths are and go from there. Along with that, as I already stated, with the revival of the Labor Bureau, we're committing to developing infrastructure, the necessary infrastructure to get these plans off the ground. It does us no good to say, oh, okay, yeah, we're gonna share brew recipes with y'all. Good luck getting your brewery built, or we're gonna, here's yeah, we have this great machine. Here you go. Go ahead and just copy that or whatever. What we want to do is not only provide y'all with schematics and plans, but help you implement that infrastructure, and then maybe organize a grind day so that we all pull up and we all make use of that newly built infrastructure to kind of get the ball rolling on that front. And on top of that, BLOC in the ZRK, we've purchased 3 brews. We're going to give them out to everybody. So Fire Res and Regen, XP, and Haste. And these will be for general usage for all BLOC member states. This way, you guys get immediate access into the brew economy, which is kind of the server's economic backbone, if we're being honest. Moving XP brews, moving Haste brews, etc., is going to be the best way to get things going, get things jumping. Yeah. How about you ask nicely, bruh? All right, I'll get Awesome Saucer to send it to me. So, oh, that's true. Can't forget the Fishers. Shout out to y'all. You're right. We wouldn't have gunpowder. You're right. Thank you for keeping me in check.
Or mending. Yeah, that's true.
I'm not being nice because I am meant to have some role. What does that mean, bruh? Whatever. Anyway, I wanted to keep the presentation short and sweet, so that we can get to discussing things mutually, right? Future plan. I did want to take the opportunity to kind of get a heat check on how the constituent members of BLOC feel about opening a BLOC bank in the future. This bank would be probably exclusive only to BLOC members. It would be held on neutral territory. That way we kind of have like a sort of neutral third-party institution within the BLOC that can facilitate, say, loans between states, provide like banking for the members of BLOC, the actual users, the people within it, checking account, saving account, something like that. We don't expect it to be huge, but we do think that there could be some utility in creating a bank down the line. I just wanted to see how y'all feel about that before we start digging into the particulars.
Useful, good idea. Okay. I love money. Could be a good idea. Okay. But you doubt Vladistan would be much involved. Okay.
That's understandable. Of course, participation is always up to each state based on how they feel. I know the Vladists or the Vlads are a little more isolationist than the rest of us. Of course, I mean, we would need to iron out the structure, that sort of thing. Like we'd get it down like hell tight.
Will nation leaders be allowed to embezzle funds?
Specific, every nation leader but you, Hamburger. All right, well, that's it. Very simple. We're now going to do Q&A and open discussion. So if anybody had any questions, now's the time. And then once we get through the questions, we can shift to a regular block VC just for, open talking.
Anyone want to speak up now? Any questions, comments, concerns? You can type it in the chat, or you can ask to be invited up to the stage.
I already told you, Fusion, I'll get you the brew. So you're gonna have to give me a second. I don't do jump and say how high.
Yo, we could
Hello.
have a shared mending rod system. Shared god rod system. I think that would be fire.
Like, do you mean like a pre-designated, like, I don't know, barrel or however many of
Yeah.
just like
I
god
got
rods?
a
It's
fucking
just
I got
just
like I have
accessible.
5 god rods just like chilling. That could
Accessible
be
as like public block like rods, like
Yeah.
specific to block member usage. Okay, that
Yeah.
could be cool. Yeah. And
Yeah,
in case
like,
there's any, if there's any other, if there's any people out there that who don't have access to those, yeah.
Thank you,
Be a good
Cassie.
idea.
I think that is a good idea. I'll jot that down for notes to put in.
Yeah.
Like we can put that, we can place that in Buryakovka, since Buryakovka is like a neutral block ground for everybody to
mean
go and
Baraya?
grind in one. Or Baraya. You're right. My fault.
You're good.
Anyway, yeah, we can do that. That's easy peasy. Who's next up?
We
Ambush.
got another request to speak. Yep, from Ambush.
Come on up.
Hello.
Hey, I was just wondering, is the Labor Bureau going to be open to like all members to join?
Correct.
Okay, all right, that's it.
All right. Thanks, Ambush.
I saw earlier in the chat. Let's see here. Marcy had a question, but it's not related to the slideshow at all.
Come on up,
you want to
Marcy.
let Marcy up for that?
Yeah, come on up. Fuck it.
There we go. All right, go
Hi
for it.
guys.
Howdy.
All right, so my question was more like for diplomacy and stuff. I don't know if y'all are familiar, but sometimes in Vladistan we have events where they all involve fighting. Like, there's this thing called a tavern night or a fight night where we all get drunk and then we fight each other. Like, we fist fight each other. And one time y'all know like the Soviet revolt? It was like a staged riot in Duragard.
Yeah.
Would we
I
be
heard
able to
about
have
it.
like something like that, but between all block members, maybe to just like, have more connection between states? This is a good representation of Vladistan. What are y'all talking about?
I'm not gonna lie, that sounds kind of fire. I would love to do that.
It is fire.
Yeah, shared lore event, exactly. I think there's absolutely value to these places. Yeah. We like shared cultural events, like RP events, lore, stuff like that. I think that's absolutely something worth looking into.
See, Fusion, this is why I'm a diplomat and you're not.
Oof. And also regarding like the fight nights, like I'm now privy to that culture, because the last time, like just after the snake trials, when we were in the Lazy Vine, I remember we 1v1'd, but but Jeru kept sliming us, or making the what's it called, like the fights too one-sided, because like then we would be left with like no health. But yeah, no, those were fun. Yes. I think this is absolutely a wonderful representation of Vladistan's culture.
Thank you.
And I approve. Yes.
Yay.
More
Okay,
more
that's
drunken
it.
fighting. Yes.
Sure.
All right. Thank you,
Drunk
Marcy.
fighting, hell yeah.
Yep.
All right. Was there
All
anything
right.
else that you wanted to say while you're on stage?
No, that's it.
All right. Thank you. Thank you for the input.
Okay, we got any other questions, comments, concerns from anybody else? If not, we'll go ahead and shift into the Rockin' and Blockin' VC just for open discussion. Or just to hang out, you know. All right, I think that's a no.
Yeah.
So I want to thank you all for coming to the BLOC's first economic summit. Look forward to working pretty intimately with all of you here while we get get these plans rolling and so that we can get our bread up.
Yes. So we'll all be we'll be in contact. We'll be in touch with the proper channels and whatnot. Of course, BLOC is always open. Communications always just a text away. So any further comments or questions about this that you didn't think of like just now that you might have later, again, reach out. You can always DM me. I'm not gonna speak on Vicky's behalf, but my DMs are always open. If you have any questions for me, I can try and answer them as soon as possible, of course. Yeah, that's about it. If you guys want to switch over to a BLOC VC, we can just chill. Yeah.
All right, thanks,
So,
guys.
Yeah, thanks again, everyone, for pulling up.
Mhm.
We appreciate it.
Bye.
Bye bye.